There is a leaky faucet. So there's been a leak that has gone out having to do with Avengers Doomsday. Apparently, there's leaked footage of some kind of big battle. And I believe it was out of London. I started reading this article and I said, all right, let me stop right here. And you knew, I mean, come on. Marvel, new Avengers movie, Doomsday. Doom's going to be in the movie. If they thought they were going to get away without any leaks, without anywhere where there would be people somewhere around the set that got a video out, I mean, come on. Everybody's looking for this, right? Everybody is searching for this thing. So let's get into this article from cosmicbook.com. Avengers Doomsday set video leaks massive battle tease. We get a first look at Avengers Doomsday set in London thanks to a leaked video that teases a massive battle is going to take place in the film. I mean, that in and of itself is not news. You have Doom in a movie. We have a list of all of the different Avengers that are in the movie, and there's going to be a big battle. I mean, I think that goes without saying. I don't think we needed a leaked video or any kind of leak whatsoever to know there's going to be a big battle in this movie. Again, that goes without saying. So it says, while the Russos put up trailers all around the battlefield to keep prying eyes out, apparently they didn't count on drone coverage. And I'm sure they could have got some kind of jamming device that would have kept drones out or lookouts looking for drones, whatever. I mean, you can't escape this. We live in a digital age right now. And if you want to keep something secretive, then you're going to have to shoot a movie in a place that nobody would think of, like create an entire mock set. And this would cost, of course, money that nobody's going to pay for, right? Just to create a whole mock set of an entire city out in the middle of nowhere. Man, that would be a monstrous effort. The video reveals what looks like 24 or so impact sites. Watch below. And there is looks to be a video link below. I kind of went ahead to see if the video's up, and surprise, surprise, shocker, it's not up anymore. I would imagine that Marvel had this thing pulled down off the internet faster than you could blink. That cease and desist probably went out so fast that lawyers' fingers were burning. I mean, yeah, there's no way they were going to ever let that stay up. What is going on? We can guess the impact sites might actually be different Earths, universes that have been pulled into Battleworld. We know from the recent cast announcement that 27 actors and characters will be part of the film. See below. Those happen to include the Avengers, the Thunderbolts, and the Wakandans from the normal MCU universe. The announcement also revealed X-Men characters from the Fox Marvel universe. Of course, who appears to be the architect behind it all is Robert Downey Jr., Dr. Doom, apparently from a different universe, theorized the same Earth as the Fantastic Four. That would make sense. If he shows up at the end of Fantastic Four like a end credit scene, everybody would probably say, yeah, no duh. Like, we saw this coming. Like, what else would you have done? How else would you have done this? This is the only way that actually makes sense. He is like one of Fantastic Four's biggest, greatest nemesis. And he is one of the biggest, baddest dudes in Marvel. All right. In the original Secret Wars comics, the Beyonder is responsible for pulling in various Earth heroes and teams into Battleworld, along with characters from other parts of the universe, including Galactus. The all-powerful Beyonder promises the victors anything they want. In 2015's version, the Marvel multiverse is collapsing due to incursions, parallel universes colliding and destroying each other. So obviously, according to what Marvel has been doing, we know this is the one that they're going with. The Beyonders, plural, are behind the destruction of the multiverse. Doctor Doom steals the Beyonders' powers, becoming God Emperor Doom, and creates Battleworld, a patchwork planet formed from the remnants of destroyed universes. That leaked concept art also seemed to show God Emperor Doom, though the Russos said it isn't from their Avengers movies. Who knows? Who knows? Of course they would say that. Marvel announced Chris Hemsworth, Vanessa Kirby, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, Paul Rudd, Wyatt Russell, Letitia Wright, Eben Moss Baccarat, Tenoch Huerta Mejia, Simi Liu, Florence Pugh, Kelsey Grammer, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Joseph Quinn, David Harbour, Winston Duke, Hannah John Keeman, Tom Hiddleston, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Alan Cumming, Rebecca Ramajan, James Marsden, Channing Tatum, Pedro Pascal, and Robert Downey Jr., of course. I don't know why they went over the list again, but you see it. That's a leak. I would imagine before this movie is released, I would imagine there's probably going to be a lot more leaks. Marvel's going to have to really break out the ninjas to keep people away from leaking things going on in this movie. I've seen a bunch of different things. A bunch of different people have different takes on what they think the movie is going to be or what it's not going to be. I will say this. Marvel definitely has to succeed with this movie. Looking at all of the actors and actresses that they have lined up for this movie, I don't think failure is an option. I don't think they can stand to fail at all. I think at all costs, this has got to work. I'm not going to say with 100% assurance that I believe this movie is going to knock it out the park. I will say with the Russo brothers on board, they probably have the best chance that they've had in a number of years now to knock a movie out the park. It is possible. I'm not going to count them out. But I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, they're definitely going to crush this. I'm personally excited. I think the 2015 Secret Wars run was a good run. There's a lot of people that, they like the traditional Secret Wars run, and they don't like the new run at all, which I understand. I think we all have our, like, if you ask me what's the best X-Men run, well, before I started reading, which I haven't finished, before I started reading John Byrne, X-Men Elsewhere, I probably would have said Chris Claremont. I'd say Chris Claremont and John Byrne early runs of X-Men, their collaborations. I would say Dark Phoenix, and I would say the Chris Claremont Jim Lee run. Those would probably be the best X-Men runs, in my opinion. Now, other people might think something else. With that said, that doesn't mean for me that I can't appreciate a newer story like the 2015 Secret Wars. And if they do this, obviously if they do it right, it's going to work. But this is what I think. I think if they bring Robert Downey Jr. in as Tony Stark that has become Doctor Doom, for me that doesn't work. But if they bring him in as Victor Von Doom, he just happens to look like Tony Stark in an alternate universe, I am completely fine with that. For me, that works perfectly. I don't have any issue with that. I know some people have taken issue with the casting of Robert Downey Jr. Some people love it. A lot of fans love it. I would say I don't have a strong emotion about it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that they realized that Robert Downey Jr., not just as Tony Stark, but as an actor, he brought a finesse and a pizzazz to the role. He stole the show. And who could have known that he was going to early on. I mean, maybe some people who've been following his career from the onset would say that, yeah, him sober, we knew he was going to kill it. I didn't know he was going to kill it, but he did. And I would imagine that he's going to bring that same pizzazz and that same energy to hopefully Victor Von Doom and do it in such a menacing way that we almost forget he was Iron Man. I mean, you think about Chris Evans. It's not as vast a difference, but I forgot that he played Johnny Storm while he was playing Captain America. I completely forgot about that. As a matter of fact, I would say I forgot about it a second time up until Deadpool and Wolverine. I was like, oh yeah, he did play Johnny Storm in a Fantastic Four movie. I forgot about that because he did so well as Captain America. I really think that could happen again. We'll see what happens.